Alright guys, here we go. Star Fox 64. So this run was recorded probably about a month ago, and I haven't really watched it since, so this is going to be a little bit new to me, sort of. I kind of remember a little bit here. But anyway, we're going to go into it. So starting off, I'm trying to get some combos here. There's a little mechanic in this game where if you hit your charge shots against the wall and kill an enemy, it counts as like a combo, which is what I was trying to do there. I try to utilize that wherever I can. So you can get like a few extra points here and there. I didn't look at any other like score runs before I did this, so this is all like my own like invented strategies here. I think I went back and watched some runs after I did this and found out there was a lot of like kind of like secrets and stuff and kind of cheap ways to get points. So this is just gonna be kind of like a vanilla, I guess kind of like glitch-free run, or just a run that didn't have any kind of like preconceived strategy or anything like that. Anyway, I did do a run about a year ago, and I think I improved this by a good bit, I think. So anyway, this is just flying around. If you fly a certain way, or if you fly in a certain pattern and go between certain buildings and stuff, you can make extra enemies spawn, like this right here. If you fly in that arch, you can make all those UFOs spawn there. Let's see, I gotta save Falco. Gotta target the first one there so it hits all three. So it hits them when they're all flying to the left. And you want to save up your bombs. Your bombs are going to be really useful, especially in later levels. Take out these guys. These guys give out about 6 points each. Yeah, and then we have the skaters. Skaters give about like 4 points each. Sometimes the big enemies will give several points, even if they go down in one hit. Alright, and since we saved Falco and flew through all the rock arches, we get to go through the secret path here after we take out some of these birds. Go straight through the waterfall. There we go. Make sure we get all these guys that pop up. Alright, and then we finally get our last laser upgrade. And then that's it, we're on to the first boss of the game. It's the classic Star Fox boss. I think this was the boss of the first game, like the Super Nintendo game. Yep, there he is. Right? Yep, there he is. Okay, back in the controls. And I explained this in my last run, but like the way you mash the lasers in this is that it's not like super fast mashing. You have to press it in a pattern, because when you press and hold the A button, it'll shoot like a burst of lasers, and then it'll do the charge shot. So if you want to shoot like really fast lasers, you have to kind of press it in a rhythm so that you get those bursts each time. Like as soon as one burst ends, you can start the next burst, or something like that. So it's like you have just like a constant burst of lasers going. So anyway, that's the first mission. Simple as that. Each boss gives you like 11 points, as long as you beat them fast enough. I think if you take too long on the boss, you get less points, but it's not really a problem here.
I'm fine. You okay over there, Fox?
So yep, 200 points. That's pretty good for me, at least on this level. So, next where we go? Oh, asteroids. So even though we went the alternate way, because there's more points on that side, we get to go to Sector Y, but we're not going to go there. We're going to go to the asteroid belt. Or in this case, it's just some rocks floating in the middle of nowhere. It's not really a belt. Asteroid field, excuse me. Yep, so right off the bat, you got a bunch of asteroids floating around here. They each give you points, so I try to destroy as much of them as I can. Use a bomb here and there. This is one of those high scoring levels. Mainly because of the asteroids that float around. So that's why we want to go to this one. Sector Y can give you decent points, but it's not the one I want to go to. You don't get as much as this one. And then here, use bombs wisely. Just like Peppy said. Snakes, you know, a little like grasshopper thing here. I don't know what's up with that. And oh yeah, here's the big asteroids. Okay. Yeah, this is just kind of like a boring part, so just kind of boost through it when I can. There's no enemies here. You just avoid rocks.
Use the brake.
Yeah, we can make it. We don't need the brake.
Use the boost to get through.
Okay, and there we go.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. Missed the last one, that's alright.
Watch out, Fox.
Yeah, they trick you there. They got those enemies that come up from behind. Yep, and let's see, what's next? Oh yeah. Pepe, need some help. But we got him. Yeah, there's quite a bit of downtime in this one too, as you can see. Yeah, and here we got the formations. I try to get them in like multiple combos to just try to maximize the score, as you can see here. If you get them in the middle, you can get all of them in one shot. But I want to try to get one side at a time, try to get a little bit more score. At least I think it gives you more score. Yep, and again, using bombs. They're useful in those parts where like a bunch of enemies come out at once, and you can't really get them all with your lasers. And that's really what they're going to be used for later too. Oh, and the bees. If you beat the bees fast enough, a second one will spawn, and sometimes a third one. So, and they give 4 points each, so they're really good. So. That's why you want to beat those guys really fast.
Hey, what's the big... Take that!
So yeah, got these guys. And then right here, there's a rock that your friends shoot open for you, but you can shoot it yourself and get an extra point there. Oh, and here's where we're going to go to the warp zone. Yeah, try to take out these like curl things. There's like a bunch of enemies grouped up in each one. Alright, anyway. I couldn't keep doing it while going for the warp zone because I always miss. I miss a portal when I try to do it. But anyway, here we go. We're in the Twilight Zone here. This is another spot where you can really rack up a lot of points. Especially at the end, because there's going to be a lot of asteroids grouped together. Fill up on bombs. And then right here, boom. Boom. Let's blow them all up. And then this part, it's like you have enemies flying in front of you and you have asteroids on the side, so you just have so many opportunities for points here. Although I don't want to waste my bombs, because I'm going to need them on an upcoming level. So there we go, a few more waves of enemies. These guys on tether lines here. It's kind of a weird thing. And then we have another asteroid push, but this time, like every one of them drops an item. So you can kind of fly through and collect bombs as you go. There we go, make sure you got enough bombs. I want to make sure I end this level with at least 4 bombs. Which is going to be for later. So we end that one with 336, which is not bad, I think. And on to the next one, which is going to be Katina? Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Let's see. Yeah, Katina. So here we go. This is the one. This is the Independence Day inspired level.
Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side.
So starting off, you want to go to the left side. Sorry, not the left side. The right side first, because that's where all the enemies spawn. And you can kind of get the jump on them there. Anyway, this is kind of flying around shooting these guys. There's a limited number of enemies at the start here, so it's actually not really too big of a rush to try to shoot all of them, because you have plenty of time. That was a mistake. You don't lose points for shooting your teammates, so it's fine.
Enemy mothership approaching. Fuck, that's one of ours.
So there we go. Eventually the mothership will appear. Well, there it is right there.
There's one down.
But they haven't called it out yet. Yeah, but we got about 15 hits, and you can see all the enemies are gone. So we've already. We're just gonna wait for the mothership now. So the rest of this level is just gonna be the mothership spawning enemies and trying to shoot them down. You don't have to save the base because I want to go to the other level anyway, Sector X. So this is going to be kind of a boring level. I wouldn't be surprised if whoever's watching this decided to skip it, because it's just going to be fly and shoot, and that's pretty much it. So there we go, he spawns a crap load of enemies, and then we just fly around and shoot them all down. Now if I remember right, I actually don't do too well here. I actually get kind of a low score. So you can see it's just enemies everywhere grouped up, and you just fly around and shoot them all. Quack, 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 quack.
Don't let anything through.
In a run of this earlier, I think before this one, I kept running into the enemies, like running into their ships, and it eventually just took my health all the way down and killed me. So I am a little bit cautious on this one, which is probably why I didn't get it as high a score as I should have. So yeah, you want to stay a little bit low to the ground so you don't, run into people, because that's probably the biggest danger. Yeah, see, like that. I don't know what Pepe's complaining about there.
Don't let anything through. The hatches are open.
So yeah, this is pretty much the level. Just fly around and shoot while your teammates complain.
Scratch one foot. Man, there's just no end to these guys.
running into the enemies now.
Hatches are open. I won't let you get away from me.
Yeah, you can see they're just all over the place. The challenge is, and the thing is that the charge shots aren't actually that useful here, because sometimes you'll lock onto an enemy that's like flying to the side or flying opposite you, and when you shoot the charge shot will go off the screen and it won't hit the enemy.
Not getting away that easy.
You kind of like have to be looking at the enemy when it hits, or else it won't count.
The hatches are open.
So that's why I'm not doing all the charge shots here, unless I know for sure that they're gonna hit.
We're at one foot. I won't let you get away from me.
Look at hitting him with the lasers and needing to die.
The hatches are open. There's some sort of energy reaction. The core has appeared.
It's kind of like a bad strategy for me to try to do it this way. You want to just fly in a circle, really.
Hurry up, take out that core. There's one down. Hurry up, take out that core.
Yeah, I think once the core appears, they stop spawning enemies. So there's there's less enemies to shoot now.
Hey, see if I help you again.
Yeah, it's good when you see like the groups of 3 there,
Not much time left. Hurry.
because then you can kind of get a combo if you get a charge shot off. 3 seconds left, and I just barely got the medal too. Yeah, it's. So what was that, like 150 even? That's actually kind of a pathetic score on this level, so I didn't do too hot on this one. So we'll just watch this ship blow up the base.
Get out of here now. All aircraft breakaway.
Usually get like 170, 180, probably even closer to 200 on this one, so didn't do too hot, but we'll make up for it later. Kabloom. Sorry, Bill. We couldn't save it. The score was more important. Alright, and then moving on to Sector X. Yeah, 153 was the score. Okay.
Dang.
And then we get the sad music.
Down, Fox.
We failed our mission. Alright, anyway, moving on. Oh well, our friend's home got destroyed. Oh well, moving on. Alright, and on to Sector X. This is like a decent scoring level, and especially at the beginning, there's a lot of enemies that spawn, which is why you need those bombs. I want to have at least 4 bombs. I have 5, so it's good.
Out that weapon, boys.
So in these parts, right at the beginning, like tons of enemies just fly out of nowhere, and they're only on the screen for like a few seconds. So the bombs are really useful on these kind of situations.
Stay alert.
Yeah, so there we go. I was able to get most of them.
He's quick. Be careful. Enemy group behind. Man, they're fast.
One of those guys got away. That sucks. Yeah, there's our 3rd bomb.
Close to the base.
And the last one is on these space mines. The space mines you usually can't kill, but with the, I think you can only kill them with like charged shots or the bombs. Like if you just try to shoot them with the lasers, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. But if you hit them with a bomb, it'll blow up, and you'll get the points. You'll get points for it. Alright. Yeah, and there's a lot of these like little squid things floating around too. So just make sure you get all of them. And then there's a fork right here. You want to go to the right side, because the right side has a lot more enemies. The left side is just kind of like an obstacle course.
Interceptor system dead ahead.
This side actually spawns a crap load of enemies. Yeah, look at that. My shot went right through the wall. Come on. That's some nonsense. I'm just making sure I get all these guys flying around. It's tough to get all of them though. And then Pepe that helpfully spawns a crap load of enemies there. And he dies right away. That was a bit of a mistake. So say goodbye to Pepe. He's gonna be leaving us for a little bit here, but thankfully it's not too big a deal because he's not really that useful on the next level. Sometimes you don't want your teammates to die because they spawn enemies whenever they have those little moments where they need help. So if they're not there, they obviously won't spawn the enemies that are chasing them. But thankfully Pepe on the next level doesn't really do that. So it's fine. You can do without him. Yeah, and there's some like hidden enemies back here that you can barely even see.
I will terminate all enemies. You are an enemy.
Yeah, and this guy, I gotta shoot him in the eyes. Avoid the hands. Yeah, and look at that, I'm shooting him right in the face. It's not even doing damage. Alright, and then the big fake out. Oh, he's not dead. And here you gotta make sure you shoot him fast enough before Slippy gets slapped away. Can we do it? Hey, we did it. And there we go, 234 on Sector X. So, not too bad either. No medal this time though, because Pepe is gone. You need all your teammates to survive to get the medal, so. Oh well. I think I already got it anyway.
You're getting better, Fox.
Anyway, on to Macbeth is the name of it, and it's gonna be the Landmaster level. So we're gonna be on the ground next time. So, let's go. Hurry up. Hurry up with these cutscenes. Here we go. So the path I'm going here is the path I decided was like it had the best kind of like scoring potential. Because there's some paths that's like, you know, you have levels that are high scoring and then you have levels that are like low score. So I tried to pick the path that had like the best, like that went through all the planets with like the best score. There's some levels like Zonus, Oh, actually, I got this part. Yeah. So this part, if you shoot the ground near the rocks, you can just rack up a bunch of combos because it counts as like hitting the enemies. So that's a little exploit you can do there. But anyway, there's some levels like Zonus where you it's a high scoring level, but to get there you have to go through like Sector Y and Aquas and all those, and those are kind of like not high scoring levels. So you kind of have to route it in a way that, you know, you just kind of like maximize the score. You know, you look at the whole picture basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, moving on, another spot where you can hit the rocks. If you aim your gun all the way down, you can just kind of like shoot your charge shot straight into the ground. And it'll count as like a ricochet on the enemies. Yeah, you can blow up parts of the train to get points, but it doesn't actually give you that much. And so there's a gun on the top of the train up there that shoots rocks down, and you don't want to take it out right away. Actually, that was a different one. Yeah, there's like a gas tank up there that'll take everything out, but you want to wait and do it until after they shoot all the rocks. See, there you go. And yikes, I actually have low health. So, gonna be kind of cautious here. Yeah, flying over the bars. Woo. Yeah, I want to get this checkpoint to get my life back. They're pretty low health there, a little scary. Yeah, I gotta catch up to the train. Gotta get those points. And I think that was the last car that you can blow up. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. I still want to rack up on bombs, because they are going to be useful in the next level. Oh yeah, there's the gate. You gotta shoot all these switches to open the gate. And that's how you get to, what's the name of the level? I forget, like the red line planet, whatever it's called. And you get a big point bonus too when you shoot all the switches. So that's also good. And there we go. Now we just shoot the big switcher. The switcher, as Pepe calls it. If he was here, he would say it. And we get to watch another horrific death at the hands of Star Fox. How convenient that they had some tracks that go right into this exploding factory here. And there you go. So I think I got over like 200 on this one. Let's see.
Repairs complete on heavy ship.
Yeah. Show me my score.
Now it's our turn to kick some tail.
Yeah, there it is, 207. So that's pretty good. Usually I get like 180 or 190 on this, so 207 is actually pretty good for me. Anyway, on to the last real level, I guess. And it's also the highest scoring one. there's like tons of enemies on it. So that means we're going to be using bombs, charge shots, everything. So let's do it. Area 6 is that what it's called? Yeah, Area 6, that's what it's called. Here we go, defense station. Anyway, so you see these like floating space stations here? Each one you blow up, you get 4 points. Oh, and you got a bunch of space mines at the start here. And these things are littered all over the level, so you want to try to blow up as many as you can. You can see the level just started, and I'm already at like 100 points already. And there's also a bunch of like squadrons that like go on the screen and just leave. Like there's just so many like point opportunities on this one.
Hold still and let me shoot you. Gray Fox will cover you.
So yeah. There we go, that's the first part of it done. Gotta take out these missiles.
Did we get him?
Not yet, sir. They're on me. I'm getting careless.
And there goes Pepe again. But he's got a bunch of little weak enemies on him. We don't care about that. We want to blow up the space stations. Rack up our points. You do go a little fast here though, so it's kind of tough to take them all out. Probably could use my brake, but hey. I didn't think about it. So I actually managed to spawn 3 bees there, so that's pretty good.
They've broken through the first line. Hey Einstein, I'm on your side. We're gonna break through that fleet.
And here we go. Here's another spot where you can just rack up a ton of points, because these gunships here have all these little turrets and little, you know, little gunners on them that all give you points, and you can just rack up massive combos here. And I think if you destroy the ship itself, it gives you a lot of points too.
Venom's right there. Whew, that was too close.
My gun wouldn't shoot there. I don't know what happened there.
The last line has been breached.
And there we go. Almost got 400. Just under it. Just remember, the boss gives you 11, so I'll end this one with 396.
This one's different.
We were so close to Venom.
And here he is. This is probably the most tedious boss, I think. It's got all these little phases, and you have to shoot all these little moving parts.
Enemy field analyzed.
Actually managed to get the tentacles pretty fast, so it's decent. Yeah, what happened there? My charge shot went right through those guys. See that? Yeah, yeah! Shoot those balls.
Shoot the tentacles to open the core.
And now's the big laser, yeah. Okay, here we go, guys. Ready?
Watch out, Fox.
Whoa, the light show! Yeah, it's a little trick I knew when I was a kid. If you hide in that corner, you can get fill up the whole screen with light. And I think this should be it. You can just mash on the boss. Boom.
Yippee! You did it!
And there you go. Next is just Venom. And Venom on the red path is just, you fight Starwolf, and then you just go straight to Andross. And Venom is like, it's like the guaranteed, excuse me, it's guaranteed to give you the same points every time. Because you always just fight the same enemies.
Hold on.
The same required enemies, I should say.
Say your prayers.
Alright, and here it is. So if you go to the right side, yeah, Starwolf always spawns on the right side of the map, like the bottom right.
Let's see how you handle our
So if you just go there straight away, you can kind of get the drop on him like that.
Too bad Dad's not here to see.
Wasn't able to capitalize on it too well though.
We'll
But
make
it's alright.
sure you never reach Andross. We'll just see about that,
So
Starwolf.
the plot here now is that Starwolf apparently has upgraded ships that are supposed to be better than yours. But you'll see why that's a bunch of bullcrap. Because they just go down easy like that.
Take care of the guy behind me, Fox. Ah! What's taking you so long, Fox?
Yeah, I think Wolf gave me a lot of grief on this one because
I'll do you fast, peppy old pal.
yeah, he kept like doing all these like flips.
What's taking you so long, Fox?
Come on, there we go. Where's he at?
You can't beat me. I've got a better ship. I'll do you fast, peppy old pal. You're good, but I'm better. Sorry, guys, I gotta sit this one out.
Yeah, Pepe just can't catch a break.
Be happening.
So anyway, just got Wolf left, and he's being a real pain in the butt.
Go.
It can be kind of irritating to get these guys,
But I'm
especially when they fly around like that all the time. Yeah, it's like he kept hanging out at like the side of the stage and doing like all these like
no
like
way.
reverse flips and all this stuff. So anyway, there you go.
Go it alone from here.
Finally got him. And then we just have the final boss left.
Fuck!
So yeah, flying through the tunnels. Depending on which path you take, I think determines which item you get. So if you only have like green lasers or something, you can take a path that has a laser upgrade and whatnot. Anyway, I took the one-up path. The one-up path. It's the quickest anyway.
now.
And here we go, Andros. So first phase, you shoot his hands, as if it weren't obvious by the big glowing targets on his palms. Take his eyes out, and he shakes his head around a bunch and exposes his weak spot. Oh, I missed his eyes. Oh, I have to sit through this. Embarrassing. But it's fine. It doesn't really affect the score or anything. It just takes a little longer. Alright. Final boss. The big brain. The strategy I use against this guy is pretty consistent. It's just to kind of... Well, first off, his eyes come chase you, and... Let's see what... Yeah, just let him get close enough, and then just kind of flip around him. Yeah, there's a little technique in this game where if you bank and turn at the same time when you're in all excuse me, when you're in all range mode like that, you can do like a really sharp turn like this, and especially if you use your brake. So yeah, you can see the strategy here. Just kind of you shoot him in his flesh, and he teleports. And that was a bit of a goof there. So you just kind of fly in a circle like this. Keep his like weak meat in your sights. Oh, and that's pretty much it. That was the boss. So let's see.
Don't ever give up, my son.
Father. He's alive?
Father?
No, it's a ghost. And this is pretty much the end of the game. The rest of this is just following this guy out of here. You gotta kind of boost to keep up with him. If you take the wrong path, you just fly into a wall and blow up. There's a little bit of an anticlimactic ending, but hey, that's what happens.
Never give up. Trust your instincts.
Sometimes it can be hard to see which way he turns. And that's it. We just fly our butts out of here.
You've become so strong, Fox.
And kaboom! That's it, guys. It's Star Fox 64 high score run. So I'll kind of just stick around and see what my final score was. And it is coming up after we get this dramatic camera pan here.
That's our leader.
Let's see, there it is. So 1754, which is my new high score. So better than last year. I think last year when I was playing this, I was kind of like freewheeling it a bit and just kind of flew around and just tried to get do the high score without any real thought into like strategies or anything. This time I think I was a little bit more methodical and a little more planned out, so that's why I was able to improve it by a little bit. Hey, it's one of the ships we blew up on Katina. It's funny that they still want to be friends. But anyway, that's it, guys. That's Star Fox 64. Like I said, this run was recorded a while ago, so I don't actually remember everything that happened, so some of it was a little bit of a refresher. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
Star Fox, we are in your debt. I would be honored to have you as part of the Cornerian...
Oh, no, sir. We prefer doing things our own way.
Great Fox is ready to go.
It's time for us to go now.